Martin here. To go over a few things. Kansas City Chiefs, way to be. Hopefully you enjoyed the parade, and if I just heard it on the radio, I don't know if it's true, but they might have endorsed me. If they did, thank you so much. It's time I bring up something dating. It's not that I don't want to date, it's I'm not meeting viable candidates, women-wise, and yes, it's not up for discussion. It is women-wise. At all. What is a viable candidate? To the best of my knowledge, let me explain something. Let me first explain something. The companies and corporations that I own shares in, on an individual basis, got privatized to investigate me. And I know about this. I said go for it. I had no problems with it. And to sit there and make the assumption a private eye is some rent-a-cop is usually used to describe them at times. Don't use that. You can get a top-notch investigator from the FBI thinking and actually thinks and pursues this avenue of thoughts that he can go make more money as a private eye, making $200,000-$300,000 a year, investigating real situations in the private industry, working private security for a company or an individual at a company. There's plenty of different avenues that they can pursue that they can actually make $200,000 a year. That's more than what they're making, so why wouldn't they? And they will actually investigate an individual, yes. But yes, I had to jump through the many hoops, which is I had to go through the gauntlet. Whoever I date as a woman will have to go through the same scrutiny and same gauntlet, which is the truth. They'll probably hire private investigators to see if she's okay. At what point in time? Probably by the time the coffee gets to the bottom and hits the table. I almost muddled that together. But about that point in time, yeah. No, I said before, someone from law enforcement can't necessarily ask out someone. Usually ask them out for coffee. That's the traditional approach. They just ask you, would you like to get a cup of coffee? That's it. And they'll say, I can't right now. Is the approach, well, no, I'm not interested. If they're with somebody, they'd let you know that. So I'm with somebody. Thanks for the offer. If they are interested, they say, yes, I'm interested. I'd love to get a cup of coffee with you. I've got to finish up my shift, but once that's done, I'm on for it. That's how you ask someone out from law enforcement. Which is the truth. Male or female. And a female could potentially, or a male could say, well, it's midday. A cup of tea. I don't need all the caffeine in my system, but a cup of tea. Or something along those lines, which is true. But that's how you ask someone from law enforcement. It's been done like that. 80s, 90s, plenty of times. When the laws were first passed, and it's not just in uniform or at work, it's full time that they can't ask you out. Too much pressure, that's why. Explain that. It could be too much coercion or pressure put on an individual if they know they're in law enforcement at the federal or state or local level. You just ask them out for coffee. It's the easiest thing in the world, if interested. And that answers that question. But yeah, they'll have to go through the scrutiny she will have to go through the scrutiny of my company and corporations that I own shares in, because they have to say, do we want her as Mrs. Renier? And that scrutiny, they'll say, do we want her as a potential Mrs. Renier in the media while he runs for election? And that is the truth. And they will most likely operate on those assertions. And yeah, they will. But if I meet what if a viable, an actual woman that I found attractive, that I think can make it through the corporate gauntlet and they're okay, and the nod to date me and pursue marriage, yeah, I'm fine with it. Totally fine with it. But the naysayers, let's say, we can run a test run. One or two, or a few of the companies and corporations I own shares in are privatized just for fun. Friendly basis, and they know it's more relaxed on a friendly basis. And go through their background. See how they do. Just turn in the work to the media. So we could try that one to see if they think it's not true or they think it's easy. A simplistic process, which it's not. And this has been enough of a discussion. I'm going to cut it off here and say the final answer is yes, if what I find in a woman, and that's all the way through. If I met an attractive woman, would I date her? If I met an attractive woman that was attractive all the way through, I'd marry her in a second. Enough said. This is Mark Union signing off. Thanks. Bye.